We have trained ourselves through various patterns over the years. And when we get into situation, we get a selected match of patterns from our mind. And it's we who decide which particular pattern we want to select. And once we select pattern, we are into it. And this happens in fraction of seconds. So there are two problem statement. One is what are the patterns we have. Second is which pattern do you choose. Now first thing is which patterns do we have in a particular situation, and what is the weight of those patterns, because there are certain patterns which you have basically selected in the past again and again and again, and they have become very strong. So when you get into that situation and you get the bouquet of different patterns, you opt the pattern which has been selected in the past most of the time. So I'll explain with example of mobile. So in around 3 years back, I started thinking around mobile management, and first thing I did is let's try just keeping mobile without any application, including WhatsApp, and keep it only for calls. And it went for a couple of months. And it was awesome. I had a lot of time to spend on myself, to spend with family, friends, and even in work. But when I installed WhatsApp back again, the things again went to the normal state. So what happened in this is I had a pattern which is a habit of spending time on mobile. I created a pattern which was hollow, saying that it doesn't know what to do because there is nothing, no apps installed, right? So you're not getting alerts, you're not getting notifications. You after some time you forget that you have all those apps as well. But as soon as they come in front of you, don't know how to handle that. So I this time went to a different mode. I thought, okay, let's try with this. I'm gonna create a pattern where everything exists. I'm going to channelize it in a proper way. So what I did is for 7 days I came up with a plan. On day one, I'm gonna check my mobile after 24 hours specifically for the messages and social interaction. So on day one, after going through all the stuff, I felt few things. One, there were many messages which were not even pointing to me, and I didn't have any interest to read those messages. Second is I felt urge to spend more time on Facebook, LinkedIn, and just keep scrolling down and see what is next for you, what is next for you. So that's how the day one went, and it was weekend. Day two, considering a working day, lot of time gets into your work, and then there are certain points like once you're done with the work or once you wake up in morning where you generally spend more time with mobile. So I got a urge, similar urges in the night and in morning to really check the mobile. But yeah, I just kept it on hold and just started seeing how that urge is coming and urge is going. And after day two, when I wrote here, I felt good about it. That okay, day one and day two, I followed this. I didn't miss any content. I was able to reply to important messages. Only it was delayed and it was brought into a discipline and process. When I went to day three, my urges to check mobile in the particular moments which we are used to, they started reducing, and I started spending more time in other activities like cooking, dancing, meditation, and I really loved it that I'm getting that management skill. Now, when I went to day 4, day 5, and day 6, it becomes a pretty normal. Now, I was getting two patterns selected for a particular situation, and my this pattern had a weightage because this was something executed from day 1, 2, and 3. And secondly, I was the one who have to decide which pattern has to be selected, where certainly meditation helps. So I was selecting the one which I would like to select. And that's how the day 7 went. And then after these 7 days, 3 more days has passed where I'm not writing on board. Writing is really useful in terms of knowing where you're going. In the last 3 days, what I've seen is whenever this triggers, I have a control and I need to decide what I want to do it. And in that situation you have to see what you have done, and if you have done it just by default what you were doing earlier, then you have to build that conscious skill using meditation. Thank you.